Hello, here YouTube. It's Lisa Stade of the YouTube channels of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed, coming to you now with the part 24 of the Life+Death series of Adolf Hitler. Now, where I left off was a bit about the anti-Semitism of Austria and Hitler's invasion of Czechoslovakia before the Danzig Corridor, which is called the Free Danzig Corridor, which was a free area that, was just a free bunch of area of land there and territory that was not to be invaded. But Hitler won it because it could get him access to Poland, which would cause the breakout of World War II. But what I was saying about the Austrian stuff, the anti-Semitism, just like in Germany, they had the ghettos and the usual stuff they're doing to Jews, like the Nuremberg laws, the Yellow Star of David, discrimination, the beating up of Jews by the SA, stormtroopers and SS, the camps and everything. It definitely would turn up in Austria pretty much on the same day or the day after Hitler would invade Austria. And there was footage actually of bringing up Hitler's invasion, some of the settings of Hitler's invasion. Hitler would pass through his old cities that he held in his childhood as precious little places, I guess, of Linz, Brunn, and people would turn these places where Hitler lived, like his family's home and cities, as pretty much pilgrimage sites because of the cult of the Fuhrer. That was what the Burghof was. There was a lot of people visiting Hitler in his early years to the Burghof. And people would make pilgrimages because this cult of the Fuhrer, like we're seeing, I guess you'd be going to see a real life deity, or I guess in this case the savior, like Jesus Christ kind of figure. And people would come back with whatever they could pick up from the Burghof and bring it back like it was a relic, which is kind of a bit weird because you probably had people that would pick up a stone from off the ground at the Burghof and versus probably a bunch of other people. You know how this goes, a bunch of fakes, bunch of bootlegs. Somebody says, I got the real deal M1 MacBook, then got all these fakes floating around that are bootlegs, totally not a nugget, as Dave Potts would say. Totally legit, definitely not bootleg. But they probably went through the same thing. Well, some dude have I got a stone from the Burghof that I picked up and it's now a relic. And you probably got 1,000 other people that probably got theirs from anywhere else, probably from America. It's not even from the Burghof, but they're trying to sell it off as, yep, it's an authentic Burghof stone. You can totally not bootleg. Half my video went quiet all of a sudden. Yay. Well, that was lovely. There's a bunch of high school students. Every time a bunch of those people turn up, it's always very loud, and you can tell the age range that they're probably from a high school, just by how loud they are. I know everyone on YouTube can enjoy them too. So please enjoy the wonderful ASMR sounds of a bunch of high school students walking through this Hitler lecture video. I'll at least still hear them. Does the opposite of give you the tingles. But back to what I was saying with Hitler invading Austria, and a lot of people would in these pilgrimages to these places. I'm surprised that people wouldn't just steal the clothes right off of Hitler's back. They went insane with this cult of the Fuhrer, and if they were willing to, they probably would, and then fought each other over it. This thing was insane and nuts and out of touch with reality, I guess. So, right, so the next place it will invade is Czechoslovakia. He would invade those places, and also he would take over. He would have. I think he would actually visit the city of Prague. I remember. Yeah, I think he'd visit it. Yeah, he would turn up in the city of Prague, and I know Vienna. These are victory campaigns. I guess traditionally what you would do as a conqueror, you'd invade the city and you'd go to the capital. But speaking of one of the Vienna one was when Hitler would turn up, people would throw flowers on the ground, and this was kind of then known as the invasion of the flower invasion or whatever. Just streets littered with flowers that Hitler would have his Mercedes drive on top of, and if you've seen the footages, I can't upload them here because it could get content matched if any of those have any content, and I'm not gonna mess with no failed home service stuff right now. So back to Hitler's next option. Next plan was this free city of Danzig. Now this is the time where Neville Chamberlain does tell Hitler, no more. I've had it with you, no more. And Hitler decides to, sign the Munich Agreement that he would never invade a country. And there's a whole scene of pictures of Neville Chamberlain waving the Munich Agreement, his copy with Hitler's signature and his signature and everyone else's there. That was a part of this diplomatic meeting, saying, well, I prevented another war when I was happy, and then Hitler invade Poland, because that was pretty much the next place Hitler wanted to invade. That was the place where Neville Chamberlain would say, don't invade this. We've given you Danzig corridor, enough's enough, be happy with it. Any more, I swear, we're going to call for it. It's like with any toxic boss, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Those kind of people. Usually they're deadbeat losers. And not dictators. But they all run the same way. Again, Hitler would invade Poland, I think, was it September 1st? 9th? One of those days. In 1939, the outbreak of World War II had happened. And I'm not gonna bring up Hitler's tactics or what. Everybody's done that to death. I try to keep this lecture as something unique and detailed. We're not gonna go into everything else I was talking about. Except I will give you a bit of backstory on, Kristallnacht, so peace people, I guess. Because I forgot that part. I was in 1939, so I forgot that. That's 1936. Wait. God damn it, I have to look to Google now. Oh well. Okay, so the backstory to that is in France, there's one Jewish person who's finally pissed off at the Nazis for good reason because of their actions and their ideology. He decides to stand up to one of the diplomats and goes into the German embassy and shoot a diplomat. This, again, Hitler and the Nazis makes them just climb the ceiling, I guess to say, lose it, and decide, to instigate Kristallnacht. And the whole thing is when people start complaining to Hitler about it, he puts the blame, because like every toxic person out there, I used to be a psychology major, so every toxic person, think of how that's gonna work. Hitler blames the Nazi leaders. He says, well, it was some bad lemons or bad apples in the party. It wasn't me, even though Hitler is a part of it. He's running it, and he's a part of it, and he's most likely the one instigating it. So, little backstory there. Well, time is practically running out on me. Yay. So I'm going to stop here on part 24. We're going to continue on part 25 of the life and death of the lecture series of Adolf Hitler. And now we get to bring up, World War II. Which means is I'm repeating stuff for the next videos. Yay, I said that I wasn't going to do that, but I bet I am. Oh well, who cares? I'll do it. So this is Lisa Stade here, the YouTube channels of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed, telling you to like these videos. Subscribe to my channels of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed. Hit the notification bell. Set it to all so you can see all notifications. Share these videos. Leave a comment. You can go to my Patreon account, donate and become a patron. Go to my subscribe star and donate to my subscribe star. You can go to my BitChute.com channel at BitChute.com. My BitChute channel, that's Lisa Marie Stade. That's all one word. My full name smashed into one word. And then you can also go to my Facebook account or my Facebook Messenger. I have two different ones for that. Of the same name, Lisa Stade. You can send a friend request, leave me a comment, or do both. You can definitely go to Hitler Interested History Buffs if you want to. I've seen some activity on there also. And leave a comment. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I am usually busy now with transfer and stuff. So I haven't left you all. That's probably also it's the same reason why I haven't been uploading a lot, but transferring stuff. So yay. So on to part 25 now of the life and death of the never-ending video series of Adolf Hitler that I swear I want to get to other stuff to do on YouTube and review. Like the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power series. Just finished that, so there's gonna be a series of videos on reviews and critiques. Bye now.